given the said, when we have square root of x plus square root of y, okay? So when we have this, its conjugate will be square root of x minus square root of y. So when you're given this as well, the conjugate of this is that, and that of this is that, as simple as that. So we can have so many examples. When we have 3 minus root 7, its conjugate will be 3 plus square root of 7. So it's a matter of changing the sign when giving the other. All right, so that's the conjugate. Now let's talk about rationalization of surds. Okay, now surds of the form. Okay, when you have 1 over square root of a or 1 over square root of b, etc. Okay, so this form can be rationalized. Okay, we can rationalize this one by multiplying both. So when you take the first one, if you want to rationalize, you multiply both numerator and denominator by the denominator here. So we have square root of a by square root of a. So when you do this, it means this one has been rationalized. So this one times that will be square root of a, and this one times that will be a. Okay, so when I pick this, 1 on square root of b, so times square root of b times square root of b. Okay, so that's that. Now let's solve example. And we have 3 on 2 to 5. So let's rationalize this. Now remember the rule. So we said we can only do that by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the denominator. So times square root of 2 times square root of 2. 1 times square root of 2 is square root of 2, and this time that is 2. Remember the properties. Okay, so this one is the same as half 2. Now when we have, or when this side is not 1, okay, we have 2 ways of doing that. Now the first step, we have 3 on 2 to 5, can go by this, so times everything. Okay, so the numerator will be 3 to 6, 5 on, so 2 times 2 is 4, and this time that is 5. So 2 here, 3, 2 here, 2. So that will be 3 with 5 on 10. Okay, now you can choose to do it without the coefficient, so you get the same thing. So you can choose to deal with the pure set, 5 with 5. So this time that will be 3 with 5, and 2 times 1 is 2. This time that is 5. So 2, 5, 10, 3 over 10, 3 over 10 can go by that. Okay, all right, so that is that. Now that is for case 1. That is very simple. Let's go to case 2. Now with the case 2, where the denominators looks like this. So when the denominators looks like this, or okay, so that is where we apply the conjugate. Okay, so this one is very important. Now if it happens this way, say 5 on square root of x minus square root of y, we multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of this. So that will be square root of x plus square root of y, square root of x plus square root of y. That is the conjugate. Now let's take an example. Okay, Now 1 on 4 minus square root of 5. Okay, now before that, let's understand difference of two squares. So when you have a squared minus b squared, the same as a plus b, a minus b. This one is very important here. So when we have this over that, this one is where we apply the conjugate here. So I'll multiply this one by the conjugate of this. So 4 plus root 5, 4 plus root 5. Okay, the numerator will be 4 plus root 5. Now let's apply this one. So a minus b, a plus b, a plus b, a minus b. So difference of two squares. So we pick the one with the minus. Okay, so I'll take this one because when you go through the multiplication process, you end up getting this. So we don't waste time here. So 4 root 5, 4 root 5 plus minus ab plus minus. Okay, so you pick the one with the minus. So we square the first one minus, then you square the second one. Okay, simple as that. So we have 4 plus 5 on this one square is 16, and this one will be 5. Okay, so that will be 4 plus 5 on 11. Okay, so that's the same as 4 on 11 plus root 5 on 11, or 1 over 11 root 5. Okay, that's that. Let's deal with this one. Okay, so always look at the denominator. So look at what is here, square root of 3 plus square root of 2. So we can deal with this one by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the conjugate. So the conjugate is whereby we change the sign here. So square root of 3 minus square root of 2, square root of 3 minus square root of 2. So we multiply the numerator, that will be square root of 3 minus square root of 2. Take your time, don't rush. On. So remember the difference of two squares. Difference of two squares, a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so from here, since a plus b is behaving like this, a plus b, and a minus b, that will be square root of 3 all squared minus square root of 2 all squared. Okay, so from here, this one will go, this one also go. So I'll make this side this time that will be 3, and this time that will be minus with 6. So minus with 6. So minus is plus, so 2. So this side will be 3 minus 2. Remember the rules here. Yeah? So from here, 3 and 2, so 5, and minus 1 minus 2, 6 on 1. So this over 1 is that. So 5 minus 2, 6. All right. All right. So this one, I think this one wasn't captured. So I've done the settings. So this one is supposed to be this one squared 3, and this one squared minus 2. We have minus here, we have 2 here. So minus 1, minus 2, 3, and 2, 5. So we have that. 3 minus 2 is 1. All right. Now let's continue with the build-up questions on sets. Okay. So we are given square root of 8 plus 5 root 32 minus 4 root 50 on 1 plus square root of 18. All right, so let's reduce them, okay? We know we have 8 here, which is the same as 4 times 2. And the 4 is a perfect square. So from here, I can write this one as 4 times 2 plus. So remember, 32 can also be written as 16 times 2. Okay? So 16 times 2. And we have minus 4. Remember, 25 times 2. Okay? That is 50. And we have 1 plus 18 is 9 times 2. Now, have you noticed something? So we have 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay? It means we have a perfect square times 2, perfect square times 2, perfect square times 2, perfect square times 2. All right, so that is how these questions work, okay? All right, so we can write this one as square root of 4 times square root of 2. That would be 2 root 2. I mean this, when we have this the same as square root of 4 times square root of 2, whereby this one will give us 2. Multiplying this one will be 2, 2, okay? So I don't want to waste time here, so this side will be, so 4, that is 2 root 2 plus, so this one will be 5 times, so this one will be 4 root 2, okay, minus 4 times 25, 5 times root 2, okay, on, now this side will be 1 plus, now this side 3 root 2, okay, so we can deal with the numerator, so 2, and this side will be 9, okay, so this side is same as 5 for 20, okay, 5 for 20, you have 2, 2, 5 for 20, on 1 plus 3, 3 with 2. So this one will cancel, they are the same, whereby this side will be 2 with 2 on 1 plus 3 with 2. Now from here, don't forget that we are not done yet, so we need to rationalize this one, okay? So we can prove further by rationalizing it. So that will be this over 1 plus 3 with 2. And remember, we can only do that by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the conjugate. So the conjugate is when we change the sign. So minus 3 with 2, 3 with 2. Okay. So from here, we can multiply the numerator. So that will be this time that. So you can write this one as this. Use brackets. And don't forget this one, difference of 2 squares. So a squared plus minus b squared is the same as a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so this one, I won't waste time, so I'll pick 1 squared minus 3 root 2 all squared. Remember in the previous video, okay, I made mention of this one in the previous video, so you can go back and check that, okay? So from here, you have 2, this one times 1 minus this one times that. The coefficients will multiply 6, and this one also multiply 2, okay? So we have 1 minus this one squared 9, okay? 9 times 2. So this one squared, we remove the root sign. Okay, so we have 2 minus 12 on 1 minus 18. So that would be 2 minus 12 on minus 17. Okay, which is the same as minus 2 on 17 with 2 minus 12 on 17. That's the final answer. All right. Okay, so let's look at the next example. Okay, so we are to write this in the form of this. Remember, we have 2 brackets here. It means we have to go to the multiplication process. Okay, all right. So what I'll do here is very simple. So I'll write this one as 1 minus 3. You have 1 on 3 plus 3. So I'll use the first number here to multiply the first bracket. That'll be 1 times 1 over 3 plus 3. And this one also come minus 3 times 1 on 3 plus 3. Okay, so this one is very simple, but have to be very careful else you get it wrong. Okay, so don't rush. Now 1 times this is that, so we still have that 1 times 3. Okay, now this times that, so we have minus. Now if you multiply anything by fraction, it affects the numerator. Okay, so y times t on c, this y will affect this. That will be y t on c. So this one multiplying this will affect the numerator. So that will be 3 on 3. Okay. Now, one more thing. When you see a on 3, the same as 1 over 3 times a. So this one is the same as that. It means we can write this one as 1 over 3 with 3. Okay, so this and that are the same. Now we come to this, don't worry. So the next one will be, so minus will affect this, minus, okay, root 3 times root 3. Remember the properties, square root of a times square root of a, that will be a. So don't waste time. So this time that will be 3. Okay, so we are free to go. Now let's group this. Okay, so we have 1 over 3 minus 3. So this and that without root sign plus root 3 minus. Now let's bring this one out. That will be 1 over 3 root 3. As simple as that. So we have this. We have 1 over 3. Now let's subtract. So 1 over 3 minus 3. So LCM is 3. Then the 3, 1 times 1, 1 minus 3, the 3, 9. That is minus 8. We have minus 8 on 3 here. Plus, now what's the coefficient here? 1. And we have 1 over 3. So 1 minus 1 over 3 all times root 3. Because this and that are common. Okay. So we can also subtract. So 1 minus 1 over 3. LCM is 3. 1 to 3 is 3 times 1, 3 minus 2 to 3, 1. So 1 times that is 2 and 3. So we have minus 8 on 3 plus 2 on 3 with 3. So writing our answer in the form of this means a plus b with 3. It means my a is minus 8 on 3 and my b here is 2 on 3. Why this one equals that? All right, so that is how we solve the question like this. So you can change this and that. Just go through the same process and make sure you follow the properties and the rules. All right. Square root of 18 times square root of 75. All right. So you see, because of this, okay, we are multiplying. So whatever that we get here, okay, we are okay with that because this side is not plus or minus, whereby you say we can only add sets of the same form. If it is multiplication, we can multiply it irrespective of what is here or there. Okay. So from here, I'll reduce this one since 18 is 9 times 2 and 75 is 25 times 3. Okay. So this and that are not the same. And because we are multiplying, we are okay. Okay. So from here, this side is the same as square root of 9 times square root of 2, square root of 25 times square root of 3. So this side will be 3 with 2. And this side will be 5 with 3. So remember the rule. This we said x with m times n with t. So this one will multiply and this one will multiply. So the 3 will multiply the 5. That is 15. And this one also multiply that 6. So this time that the result is that. Okay, so let's write this, okay, in the form of this. So as we go through the rationalization process, okay, so we need to rationalize this one here. So we have square root of 3 minus 3 root 2 on root 3 plus 3 root 2. Remember, we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of this. You know the conjugate is where we change the sign. So we have this. Sorry. Okay. So this one is very simple. Let's look at the numerator. So this times that. Okay. So the same as square root of 3 minus 3 root 2 times square root of 3 minus 3 root 2. And remember this one, difference of 2 squares. We just solved similar one. So you pick the one with the minus, you square this minus, then we square the other one as well. Don't pick this one, okay? Because a squared minus b squared the same as a plus b, a minus b. So check this one. Is this minus that? Okay. So from here, we can deal with this one. So this one times that. I don't want to rush, okay? Take the first one to multiply the second bracket. And do same to this, minus 3 with 2 times root 3 minus 3 with 2. Now this one squared, it will cancel this, leaving 3 here. And this one squared 9. And this one squared, I will have 2. Okay. So from here, so this times that will be 3 minus this time that. What the coefficient 1? The 1 will multiply this 3. And this one also multiply. That is 6. So we are done with the first bracket. Now, minus this times that. So this time the coefficient will be 3. And then what is under the which sign? 6. Minus minus plus. So this time that, this will multiply that 9. And this time that is 2 per the properties. So 3 minus 18. Okay, so we have 3 plus 9 to 18. Now minus 3 will be minus 6 with 6 on minus 15. Okay, now let's be very careful. Now this one is one thing. You can't say 3 plus 18 minus 6. No, this 3 plus 18, that is 21 minus 6 with 6 on 15. And it's the same as 21 on 15 minus 6 with 6 on 15. So 3 here, 3 7, 3 here 5, 3 here 2, 3 5. So we have 7 on 5 minus 2 on 5 with 6 as the answer. Okay.